What story did he tell? This is going to be an international incident.
No, he just said that you were the captain when he joined the team.
Yeah.
They went from there.
That's fair. It was late October. Kind of looked across the room and said, "Who's that guy?" So it took a while before I got to know him, even in my own room. We just became friends easily. He's got a wicked sense of humor on him. He's an incredibly bright guy. And then what you learn about Pete is he's one of those people described as a connector. So I'll get a text from somebody, and it happened over the last 6 months because of the end of our season, that I haven't heard from for 40 years, that played junior with, and it's, "Hey, I got your number from Pete." Because Pete has everybody's number, because he's the guy that everybody calls. So if you want to find out about a guy, you call Pete, because he talked to him last week or a month ago. He's got that kind of personality. He's really funny, and he laughs hard. So if you're with him for a while, you walk away, you haven't laughed that hard in a long time, but you're not sure there was anything that funny. You just join in on the laughter. So he's a good man. We started our career together almost accidentally, had absolutely no idea what we were doing, and ended up in the National League.
Second row right.
Paul, I don't know how much time you kind of spent with the guys off the ice since you've been here, but have you gotten a sense of just how popular Barkov is, especially here in his hometown?
So I haven't spent much time with the players because we have Tuomo Ruutu on staff, so it was his opportunity to show us his hometown. But I do have a sense of it in that people will constantly tell you about it, about what he means. What's interesting with him, if you get to spend some time, you would never assume that of him, that he's that popular. Not by his personality, just by the way he carries himself. That he could walk into his old rink and work at the concession and everybody would think that's normal because that's Barky. He's just that guy. Do you need help? Sure. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And I'm still getting to know him, really, even after 2 years. Somewhat private. I said this earlier. You can tell the smartest, or one of the smartest guys in the room is a guy who can make you laugh in a second language. He's got these great one-liners. He doesn't say a whole lot, but he'll fire out a line, and you may not get it till you're getting into your car. You go, "Oh my God, that was good." He's a wonderful personality. I think we were here, when I was here last time, with Winnipeg, and Patrick Laine was on our team, and Sasha was here. That was when I started to understand the connection between hockey, Finnish people, and these players, because it was every bit, if not more so, than you would see for the Sidney Crosbys and the Connor McDavids back in Canada. They love the game here, and they love their players.
Stay in that same row on the right.
Coach, obviously, as you said, this is your second global series, and just can you sum it up? Third, sorry, about here, second here. Third here.
They forget you, you know.
No, that's my problem.
That's okay, brother. We don't forget. It's details.
Yeah. Anyway, can you just sum it up, the feeling of coming back, and which city would you prefer?
This one's been different, completely different. The first one was, I think, 2010, and we had actually played an exhibition game in Russia. So we were here for a short period of time. The schedule was different last time as well, but this one's been an incredibly good trip, and it started for us actually in the States because we got to go to West Point, which is our owner's alma mater, but we also have 4 men that work with us that are graduates of West Point. So we got to see them kind of show off where they come from. But for our staff here, we got in, I don't even remember what day it was, we played Monday, right? So Tuesday afternoon we get in, and Tuomo Ruutu's on our staff, and Helsinki's his place. So we got to go to kind of a traditional sauna and then swim in the Baltic and then have a great meal. And then we went to a different sauna yesterday. So we got to see more of Helsinki, but also more of the Finnish culture. And to be with a Finn at the time, not just a bunch of guys stumbling around trying to find a place to eat. We got to go to 2 great meals, and also got to see Tuomo's proud of where he's from. He's proud of Finland, and it's really nice because he's a friend now. I coached him years ago, but now he's on the staff, and he's a friend. To see that pride And so we've had an incredible couple days. It's almost perfect. Then we come up here and then we get back on the ice. And now you get back to hockey and you can feel the game coming already. So now it's back to work.
Second row on the left.
Coach, two for you. First, this has kind of been the target for Thomas Nosek for a while.
Yeah.
Is he looking good for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm assuming he feels 100%. He's gotten pushed hard here for the last week. So assuming he comes into the morning skate, gets through it, then we'll activate him at that time.
And you were talking about things that are just uniquely finished. Sam Reinhart had the gold helmet on there for a little bit this morning. Just
Yeah.
what do you think of that? And is that something maybe you think the NHL could adopt? or steal
No,
one
I'm
day?
not sure I'm ready for that yet. But those are the things that happen on these trips. It's the small little things. It's a guy getting up and singing at karaoke. It's somebody trying reindeer for the first time. And those are the little things that happen. So you can tell these trips work. If you walk by our locker room any point in time, there's 2 or 3 guys laughing in the corner or they're joking. And then you walk by the room today and they were all laughing together. They were sitting around the room telling stories, the things that had happened, right? So Rhino puts the gold helmet on because Chucky put it in his stall. I think actually went into Barkey's stall, but then Barkey said, I'm not the leading scorer, so it has to be Rhino. I think that's how that went. Barkey had started it. So somebody had to wear it, so Rhino was the leading scorer.
Anything else? All right, last one. Sean?
Paul, is it different now that you're the Stanley Cup champion when you play teams? Do you get the sense that you're a benchmark?
I'm going to try to answer this honestly. It feels different walking into every rink. It feels different. You won last year. Nobody has to say anything. The people that when you're going into a rink for the first time, the people that you know, like the Zamboni drivers and the security guys that you meet year over year, stop and congratulate you. But it does feel different. I don't think it's necessarily different for other teams. I hope this isn't too long an answer, but 2 years ago, we changed our style of hockey, and it was fairly rambunctious, right? Pretty physical. We had a lot of penalty minutes in the first 5 or 6 months. Didn't really tone down. And then we get to the final. So the next year, last year, everybody knows what the game's going to look like, and they get wired for it. Right, it's going to be a physical game. So we felt, at least last year, we were getting everybody's best physical contest. There weren't too many light nights for our team. But when you come in as the winner, you're getting everybody's best, which is good for us. I mean, and we got beat. We got beat in the second and third game. Ottawa just beat us, and so did Buffalo. They were harder than us. They were faster than we were. And it was a good way for us to start the season. We played 7-11 to start. We got beat on the road by 2 teams that didn't make the playoffs last year. We didn't need to be humbled. We just need to recognize the level that we've got to get to compete with other teams. So our best games have been against teams that we played a playoff series against. So there's some understood rivalry built into that game. So you can get to your emotional level. And I expect that in these next 2 games. We have a lot of respect for Dallas, even though we haven't played them in a playoff series. Our challenge this year has been rising to the emotional level that you need to play our game against every team. It's what we'll work on, what we talk about. Really pleased that we did that in our last game. We went in and played a hell of a game against Buffalo, and they played really well too. They played hard. So that's our challenge. I think this is going to be a fantastic series. I think both teams are fairly healthy. There's one guy maybe on each team banged up, but you're getting the best. There is a natural, Barkov and Hintz, right? This is 2 really top-end guys, both playing center ice, very probably playing head-to-head. It's going to be good hockey.